I'm answering question 35, part 3, section 4. I'll just answer the questions in parts. What do Kurtz's final words, the horror, refer? And I think that's just Kurtz reflecting on his life and, like, everything he's going through, and, like, he knows he's dying, so, like, he's saying the horror, like, looking back on his life. The next question, why does Marlowe call these words an affirmation, a moral victory? I have a quote that says it, page 145. The quote is, "I understand better the meaning of his stare, that could not see the flame of the candle, but was wide enough to embrace the whole universe, piercing enough to penetrate all the hearts that beat in the darkness. He had summed up, he had judged, the horror. He was a remarkable man. After all, this was the expression of some sort of belief. It had candor, it had conviction, it had a vibrating note of revolt in its whisper. It had the appalling face of a glimpsed truth." I think this quote is pretty much saying why Marlowe thinks he's remarkable. Because he said, like, the horror, like, it's a little, like, it's not a lot that he said clearly, but it means a lot. Like, he said, it was a belief, like, it had conviction, it had, what else? It had conviction, it had a vibrating note of revolt in its whisper, it had the appalling face of a glimpsed truth. Like, it was Kurtz's truth, the horror, like, it was his life, it was everything he did, and, like, it described his life completely. Like, that's what he was talking about when he was saying the horror. Like, though his life might not have been looked at as good to some people, like, he might not be a good man, yet he's still remarkable because he lived his life and he stood true to his own beliefs, and he had conviction, and he had, like, what else? He had conviction, he had belief, he had candor. It might not have been good in people's sense, but, like, it was Kurtz. It was who he is. Like, he did it. He stuck by it. That's why Marlowe's saying he's remarkable, because even at the end, he's still saying, like, the horror. Like, he's still who he is. Like, he didn't change. Though he might not be a good man, like, it has, like, appalling face of a glimpsed truth. Like, it's not a good truth, but it's the truth. So he's saying he's remarkable in a sense that he is who he is, and he left something, he believed it wholeheartedly. That's what I think. And then the second part of the question is, why does Marlowe later lie to the intended when she asks for Kurtz's final words? I think, A, he didn't want her to think that that Kurtz was in, like, a lot of pain, and then B, to, like, going back to the other question, how Marlowe kind of wants to protect Kurtz's, like, reputation. I think that's another reason he lied to her, because he wanted her to, like, remember him as, like, a good guy, and, like, I don't know. That's why I think he lied.